Happy New Year. Jeff Packer with the Packer Group here to give a market update on what is going on, how we finished 2021, and I'll give you some of my thoughts on what we're going to expect here in 2022. So let's get started. What we can look at here based on what's going on in the end of 2021 is a lot of really good indicators to just say we're going to experience more of the same. And so since we're going to experience a little bit more of the same, what we're seeing is new listings hitting the market are still at an all-time low. However, we were up year over last year as far as the number of homes that have hit the market. But what we're seeing is we also then sold through all that inventory, so the demand has continued to stay relatively high in all of that. And then even closed volume ended up the year at 3.6% higher than 2020. So those are all these top line figures here as I'm showing you. So listings were up a little over 2%, pending sales were close to 2%, and closed volume was up almost to 3.5%, 4%. Days on market continues to just see a stark decline from 2020 to 2021 and finished the year at 28 days on average on the market, which is down 49% from the previous year. Then when we look at obviously the supply and the demand, it always then impacts price. And so when we look at price, median sales price from 2020 to 2021, we're up year over year at 12%. So this is obviously for our local market. Average sale price was 202 in 2020, and we're up to 226.5 in 2021. On top of that, when we look at average sale price, we can see again that's up 12.9%. So median and average are similar. And the percent of listings price received stayed relatively high, went up 2%. Previously in 2020, the average list to sale price ratio was 98%. We're at 100% for 2021. The market remains to be extremely strong. What does that all mean as far as housing affordability index? Because the housing affordability index is the really, really big concern that a lot of people have. Are these prices going up to a point where it's going to affect people's ability to purchase the home? What we see is in 2020, the housing affordability index was 217. In 2021, it finished at 192. As it goes down, the housing affordability index, the houses become less affordable. However, reality is that really the baseline is 100. When it goes below 100, we start getting really nervous about the affordability index. It was below 100 in the 70s and in the 80s. And so we've been well above 100 for some time. And so even though it may feel as if prices are skyrocketing, all this stuff is going on, interest rates are talking about going up and things like that, the affordability index has room. Most of like the 2000s into 2010s, the affordability index was like in the 130s, 140s. And so we've seen household wealth and incomes grow over the last couple of decades without pricing really growing that much. And so the prices that we are seeing going up certainly might be pricing first-time home buyers out of certain markets, but at 192, the affordability index would suggest that we're not anywhere near crisis mode yet as far as affordability goes. And if we were to kind of look at that a little bit more deeply, we can look at like 2019 numbers year to date, 2020 numbers year to date, and then here at 2021. And you'll see that we're not that far off from where they were before. And if you look at since 2003 with the graph here at the bottom, the affordability index obviously went sky high during the 2008 to essentially the 2013 period. That's this time frame here. But generally speaking, the affordability index right now isn't that far off from what the affordability index was in 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, leading up to, the crash of the market, which made housing super affordable. So I think a lot of it is just perception for people. The perception feels like houses are a lot more expensive right now than they were previously. So let me talk then about what that means for the market moving forward in 2022. So inventories are at an all-time low. They have never been as low as they are right now. I was just doing some market analysis for some other people and realizing in a lot of our markets, there's only a handful of homes that are active on the market and could be purchased right now. And so that's what's making the buy side very difficult. We just do not see this changing anytime soon. And so because we don't see this changing anytime soon, the reality is for us is that we are going to really see 2022 be very similar to 2021. We're going to see bidding wars. We are going to see buyers doing everything they can to be able to get their offers accepted. Prices are going to continue to push upward. And obviously, if you've been paying attention to the news here in the month of January, you'll notice the Fed is starting to tinker a little bit with getting out of the bond market, which then causes the Treasury bond to go up, which causes the mortgage rates to go up. And so as a result, we will see an uptick in mortgage rates being offered that can affect your purchasing power. And so everything leads to those who can and are able to purchase a home sooner than later should. Is it going to be difficult? Yes, but this is where having an experienced real estate team helping you navigate the rough waters on the buy side is extremely important. And on the sell side, it just means that, again, if you have a great, well-oiled, powered real estate team helping you sell, you should be expecting results that are extremely favorable in terms of getting multiple offers on your home and seeing bidding wars happen and things like that. Now, obviously, some price points, we're not seeing that as much. The higher price points you have, the less buyers that are there. And so please understand that. But certainly in the really affordable price points, a lot of those first-time home buyer price points and even the second or third-time home price points, we're still seeing a lot of bidding wars. And so that is our monthly or our quarterly market update at this point. And if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can always get a hold of us through any of our social media channels, as well as our website at welcomehomedetroit.com. Thanks, and make it a great 2022.